day today, 1st July 2025, Tuesday, 2:30 p.m. Order number 1, administration of oath.
Next order.
Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Next order.
Order number 3, messages.
Before we go to messages, we shall revert to that communication shortly. Proceed to the next order.
Order number 4, petitions.
Next.
Order number 5, papers.
Chairperson, Committee on Infrastructure, Transport and Public Works, to table committee's report on delayed payments of planned operators.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. That paper is not ready, owing to the fact that, Mr. Speaker, there's an oversight activity that the committee is requesting to do on the same, to establish some facts on some items on that statement. So, Mr. Speaker, I will require you to give us additional time.
How much time?
Mr. Speaker, give us 21 days.
Chairperson, 21 days considering operators who have not been paid. Be fair, the operators are all over. If you drive across Makoni, you see so many creators and operators, and therefore 21 days will be asking too much.
Mr. Speaker, we can give some progress report on after 14 days. Mr. Speaker, there's an item on some site visits that the committee intends to do. It's part of that statement.
Okay, 14 days. Next one.
I wish I give some information concerning this matter.
Go ahead.
Honorable Speaker, this matter concerning the operators whereby they are not being paid their allowances, I see the committee is not taking it very seriously, because last time they requested for 14 days, they promised to bring a comprehensive response. Now it is 21 days. Honorable Speaker, I happened to meet some of the operators, and the position remains very clearly that they were not paid since June last year. Honorable Speaker, if the committee means well for our officers, they could have simply invited the officers, got the information, and have it as a response or a progress response pertaining their payments. Honorable Speaker, I'm about to bring another statement concerning the operators in the water docket. And actually they have shared to me the number of days they have worked and what they owe to for quite long, Honorable Speaker. Remember, we are talking of county employees not having been paid for years. They are not having been facilitated to execute or implement some of the project we budget in this Honorable House, Honorable Speaker. The funds for the same project is part of the budget. The reason for not paying the operators is what we want to know. I would request kindly or humbly the chair to take this matter with the seriousness it deserves and be our brother's keeper. we too represent the officers who are oppressed. They are part of this government. And that is one contribution to why most of our machines break down. If you go to the ground, Honorable Speaker, you will realize very old machines, private machines are in operation. But our very new machines cannot work, simply because this could be one of the reasons to why there is that breakages in our machines. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, with that, I would request the chair, maybe you guide whether it can shorten the period to 7 days. Even if it means inviting home operators on that department, seek for information, and bring it as a progress report. As he awaits those visits by the committee, I'm sure the committee had no money or facilitation to travel to ground. But inviting employees to this assembly requires only a pen and a paper. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Ali. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, that statement is very important and very critical. Because, Mr. Speaker, when we are talking about operators who are actually grading our roads, and I tend to imagine, Mr. Speaker, that this is an operator who has come to your ward, and that operator has no money to look for somewhere to sleep, has no money to take lunch and supper, and then, Mr. Speaker, we expect maximum output from that operator. And then, Mr. Speaker, when that is not taken care of, then it means that the work in that department, it becomes difficult. It is also worrying, Mr. Speaker, that when we budget and we have fuels in our respective wards, there is that percentage that is actually saved for the operators and also other operations. Then one may wonder, where does those savings go to? And if those savings are actually for the operations, and we need to see the operators being taken care of, then that, Mr. Speaker, speaks volume. We cannot continue when we have workers who are actually doing their work, but their welfare, it is compromised. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, with urgency, because what I've heard from the chair, transport, that is not actually a commitment. It is a statement as if he doesn't know what is happening. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, I would wish that we take this matter very urgent. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Chairperson.
Honorable Speaker, the committee considered the response from the ECM. And Mr. Speaker, members raise some extra concerns. The members are demanding that we recall the operators from their working stations across the county for some interrogation, Mr. Speaker. Also, the members said that they cannot trust the report on the status of the machinery, Mr. Speaker. And the machinery are at various wards, various stations. That's why, Mr. Speaker, the committee sought for some time to go and visit the workstations. One, to establish the status of the machines, because these members do not trust the report from the ECM. Mr. Speaker, we have another item whereby the members are demanding that we recall the operators from their workstations, Mr. Speaker. So that's why the committee is seeking time to do all that, so that we can establish the facts, then bring back the report. So maybe, Mr. Speaker, you can guide accordingly, since the committee needs to do some investigation, interrogation, then table the report. Thank you.
So, Chairperson, today is it far? It's 1st of July. The National Treasury has extended for a few days to allow counties to draw monies and be able to make payments, including the facilitators. If you go and visit the graders and the machinery, and you engage the operators, presumably in 2 weeks' time, where will you take that report? How useful will it be? Financial year has been closed. There's no budget to service the machines. This response should be informing the next financial year. The response should not be conducted in the next financial year. And then why is it difficult that if then you have a contact of an operator in your ward as a member, why can't you provide that information? That this operator has not been facilitated for this period of time, so cross-check the information. Or why can't you avail the information that you have per ward to members? Then members, they'll be able to sample from the operators that they know and they are working to confirm, according to the Waziri, you've been paid your allowances, all of them. But the operators will say, we have not been paid our allowances for 2 months, 1 month, 6 months. Yes. And how many operators will you visit? And how many wards will you visit to check the graders? All you require is a list of all graders and the current location as today. Then allow members to give you an answer. Grader KCX, according to Waziri, this week is in K ward. Then the member will be able to tell you whether there is a grader in his ward which is operational or not. Now to go to K, to go to Mboni, to go to Kibwezi, to confirm a grader, you will have a report for the sake of it.
So thank you, Mr. Speaker. That's why, Mr. Speaker, I requested through your chair that this member should not trash the information from the executive. Mr. Speaker, at one point, we have to rely on that information so that now the members can complement. So, Mr. Speaker, allow us to work with that kind of concurrence and synchronization and report in 14 days. Thank you.
Honorable Speaker, we are not trashing the information from the executive. It is only that the information is not true. For example, Honorable Speaker, one of the questions was whether the department is aware of unpaid operators. The response from the direct response from DCP was no, they are not aware of any unpaid allowances. Honorable Speaker, the operator is saying, I have not been paid for a year. And the CECM here is giving false information to this Honorable House. What will we say about the integrity of this Honorable House, Honorable Speaker? If the ECM can give a false information and the chair wants us to confirm, once we know very well this information is not true, he wants us to agree that is the true position. Honorable Speaker, the report was not parliamentary, did not meet parliamentary standard. Actually, I wish you can have the report and look on it. You will also request that, Honorable Speaker, that report. It had false informations. And what we did to agree with is when the ECM is lying to the committee and the committee is deliberately agreeing on that report. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Member from Titwande Ward.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, there might be some confusion in this issue of plant operators because the time the statement was being raised, we had the operators from the county and operators from MTF. So, Honorable Chair, can it be clear, are we mixing the two issues? Even now, MOS operators are also on the ground. And the member for Emali, we need to categorize these operators because the last time we were trying to look at it, we knew the operators from MTF has all gone on strike because they were not paid. And again, there were some allegations still on the county operators. So we need to be very clear because our CC cannot respond on the MTF operators. So, Chair, you need to guide us so that we can proceed smoothly. And also we need to know the schedule for those county equipment. There might be some roads which are benefiting more than others. Good operators, we have never seen them since I came to this assembly. They have never come to Mutitwande. Where are they operating? We need to know also as we proceed.
Information.
Leader of the minority party.
Information Speaker.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the last time the Honorable Chair presented this response, he was given some timelines and also what to be brought here. And the biggest question was about whether we admit every response coming to this assembly, whether the committee can interrogate and whether the committee can give an input towards the same. And it seems, since the TR may have been scrutinized, Honorable Speaker, they want to buy more time so that they can bring the reporter they want, Honorable Speaker. It is not fine with us because, like, for example, in Kikumbuli South, I put 300 million shillings for the previous financial year, which ended last night. And no road has been done in Kikumbuli South with the county machineries. They have not procured fuel. They have not paid the graders. Whenever the graders come to my ward, I have to put aside some budget from my own sources, not from the county, where I make sure the grader operators come. But they don't even come like 1 or 2 people. Sometimes it's a contingent of graders, and you must take care of them. You must find where they will sleep. You must find where to eat, they will eat from, Honorable Speaker, and it is a very pathetic situation. Sometimes we even ask ourselves, why do I have to put money for in-house repairs of roads when it is very difficult for us to even facilitate that? So, Honorable Speaker, if the chair doesn't respond to this statement today, since you've also guided that within a very short while, the monies will have gone back to Treasury, it means you will have done a lot of disservice to the people of Makueni. One, because the graders are not utilized. The people who are working on these graders are as well not utilized. So that means it's a big sham for this situation of the county, Honorable Speaker, and we need to have these graders working. And the chair seems to be standing in the way, because I understand some of the graders are in his ward right now. When we are struggling to get the service of these graders and machines, Honorable Speaker, the graders are in his ward. So it becomes very difficult for us even to ask the chair to oversight the department. So if the chair could come out clean and help us at least to execute our mandate, Honorable Speaker, it will really have helped the people of Makueni. Honorable Speaker, you can imagine last financial year, but one, I had put 1.46 million shillings, and none of my roads were done using that money, and it got lost. And the chair was there when we were questioning the executive committee member and the chief officer, and he was telling us, now that the year is gone, let's start afresh. So now this thing of asking us to start afresh, we are spending monies for the ward. It's not the headquarter monies. We are spending monies for the ward, doing some job which is not moving, Honorable Speaker. It becomes very difficult even to convince the communities to agree to our budget proposals. And it is a very difficult situation for the chair and also the department. So if, Honorable Speaker, you would use your powers bestowed by the people of Makueni to push this chair to bring the correct information for people of Makueni. Honorable Speaker, you would have helped the people of Makueni. Thank you very much.
Honorable Chairperson, the concern raised by members are genuine. The concern raised on, yes, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to inform the House that I remember when we were at Machakos Chak Hotel, and Mr. Speaker, we were discussing project implementation report. And one thing that came out very clearly is that, Mr. Speaker, when you compare the levels of, in terms of percentage, in the levels of implementation, the other departments, they are doing good. But the Department of Transport, Mr. Speaker, by then, it was not doing good. And I remember, Mr. Speaker, that was a concern that was also brought. And we had a one-on-one discussion with the Deputy Governor. And the ECM was there, and the CEO. But, Mr. Speaker, the concern was, how can we achieve thank you. The concern was, Mr. Speaker, how can the department wake up and achieve in terms of implementation? And that was a great concern, Mr. Speaker. And then I remember there was a commitment from the Waziri and the CEO. And one issue that was also raised by a member from Zakeka is that the operators, they are not doing their job as per expected because they are not being facilitated. And after sharing that, when the Deputy Governor was there, then we agreed that in the next few days, that should be actually looked at. But since then, up to today, that has never been looked at. So that is a serious concern, Mr. Speaker. And we wish to request that you as our chair actually give us the right direction, because if we go that way, then we are not going to achieve anything. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members will debate over this matter, but we're repeating ourselves. Is to give us a response on how all the operators will be paid, whether today or tomorrow, or yesterday. Now, if you give us an answer indicating that all operators have been paid, then whichever member who will have an issue to see whether they are paid or not will deal with that. But it cannot be that you are waiting to go to every ward to summon. The members are asking you to summon or invite the operators because you are not able to confirm that they were paid. The chairperson. Now, when we are in July and you're taking us to July for last financial year, we are not fair to the low cadre officers. And therefore, the answer that we require is whether the operators have been paid or not and when they will be paid. When we were responding to CHPs, it was in black and white. The Minister for Health said, we didn't have resources, we got the resources, we have paid. End of statement. There was no report. So why is it difficult when it is operators?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. So, Speaker, allow the committee to request for information, the current status as of today, so that, Mr. Speaker, we can work on that report and report back on Monday next week afternoon. Thank you.
I never do so. Honorable members. Honorable members have a communication to make. This refers to a letter from Maendeleo Chapter Party dated 30th of June 2025, delivered the office of the Speaker on 30th of June at 5:30 p.m. addressed to the Speaker of the County Assembly of Makueni from Maendeleo Chapter, Makueni County Assembly Caucus, PO Box 572-90300, Water, Kenya. Reference: change of a representative to the County Assembly Selection Committee. And the communication reads as follows: that above subject matter refers that in accordance to Makueni County Assembly Standing Order number 179, I write to formally communicate the change in our party representation to the Makueni County Assembly Selection Committee. Currently note that Maendeleo Chapter Party has resolved to replace Honorable Jackson Balu, MCA, with Honorable Cosmas Mutunga, the party whip, as our representative to the selection committee with immediate effect. This change is aimed at enhancing effectiveness, communication and coordination between the party leadership and the committee. Order, honorable members, the chair is on his feet. Order. We trust that the new appointment will contribute positively to the work of the Assembly. Kindly make sure the necessary arrangements to effect this change and update the official records of the Assembly accordingly. Thank you for your continued support and cooperation. Yours faithfully, Honorable Cosmas Mutunga, MCA, Emmanuel Mulala Ward, Party Whip, Maendeleo Chapchap, Makueni County Assembly, copy to the Clerk of the County Assembly. Honorable members, the Honorable Cosmas Kaleli, in his letter, and so is Maendeleo Chapchap letter, is an official communication to the County Assembly of Makueni, because it's not from, it's a letter from Emmanuel Mulala Ward. It's a letter from a party. I have a letter from the office of the Majority Whip, Makueni County Assembly, pursuant to Makueni County Assembly Standing Order number 176, read together with 177, Suborder 1 and 2, Wiper Democratic Movement Party Kenya, being an Assembly Majority Party, resolved to bring to your attention, that is the Speaker, the procedure for nomination of members to serve in select committees. Therefore, we request for reconstitution of committees to have 5 slots in a 9-member committee and 6 slots in a 11-member committee as per the Assembly ratio. In this regard, the following committees ought to be reconstituted. 1, the Committee on Agriculture, Irrigation, Livestock, Fisheries and Cooperatives. 2, County Public Accounts Committee. 3, County Public Investment Committee. 4, Delegated County Legislation. 5, Devolution, Public Participation and County Administration. 6, ICT, Education and Internship. 7, Selection Committee. 8, Trade, Marketing, Industry, Culture and Tourism. Thank you. Yours faithfully, Joyce Mwende, the Majority Party Whip, Wiper Democratic Movement, County Assembly of Makueni, copy to the Chairperson, Committee on Selection. Now, honorable members, Standing Order number 176, provides for the procedure of select committees. Nomination of members to select committees, unless otherwise provided in other written law or these standing orders, the Committee on Selection shall, in consultation with Assembly parties, nominate members who shall serve as select committee. The Committee on Selection shall give consideration to need for gender balance indicated. Next order.
Order number 7, statements.
Chairperson, Committee on Health Services to respond to statement as was requested by member for Nzabani Vingoni Ward regarding Kambu Sub-County Hospital. That statement was handled this morning. Chairperson, Committee on Agriculture, Fisheries and Cooperatives to respond to statement as was requested on 25th by member for Kikumbuli South Ward regarding operations of ploughing and reaping tractor in Kumbuli South Ward. Chairperson, Committee on Agriculture, what is pending on this statement? Honorable Fiona, what is pending on the operations of the ploughing and reaping tractor for Kikumbuli South Ward? You gave a commitment?
Yes, Honorable Speaker, I gave a commitment. I'll request for a few minutes to consult with the table office.
Chairperson, Committee on Lands, Urban Planning to respond to statement as requested on 18th February 2025 by member for Community Ward regarding need to survey Kangondi Market in Community Ward.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to give an additional response as requested by Honorable Elizabeth Kawembe, the MCA Mubauki Kumene Ward on 18th February 2025 regarding the need to survey Kangondi Market in Kikumene Mubau Ward. Mr. Speaker, in a request, the Honorable Member indicated that Kangondi Market sits on a public land which is not surveyed, beaconed and planned. And as a result of this, individuals have started grabbing the parcel of land in the market. She therefore indicated that there were urgent need to survey the market in order to determine the exactly acreage, beacons, boundaries, in order to save the market land from grabbing and erection of illegal structures on public land. Mr. Speaker, the Honorable Member requests for the Chairperson Committee on Lands and Urban Planning Development to clarify on the following. Honorable Speaker, just allow me
Chairperson,
go straight to the response.
proceed to questions and answers.
Mr. Speaker, the committee therefore wrote the ECM on 8th April 2025 requesting him to consider the area response to the statement and provide a report on whether the department was able to survey and beacon Kangondi Market. The committee further requested the ECM to give timelines in which to survey and beaconing would be done. Mr. Speaker, the ECM in a letter dated 14th April 2025 attached in this report acknowledged that there was urgent need to survey the external boundary of Kangondi Market. He further indicated that they have been unsuccessful to attempt in previous years to plan and establish the market boundary for the market. However, it indicated that the indication that gave the urgency of the matter as highlighted. The department will undertake to establish establishment of the market boundary and beaconing of the same in collaboration with relevant national government offices by 15th of May 2025 and prepare a survey report. The ECM finally noted that the cadastral survey for the boundary and plots within the market can be undertaken at a later date after the local fiscal and land use development plan is prepared and approved. On 16th June 2025, the ECM wrote a letter, it's attached, registering requesting for a copy of survey report from the exercise to establishment of the market boundary and beacon that indicated his office would carry out in collaboration with the relevant national government offices by 15th of May 2025. Mr. Speaker, the committee has received a letter from the ECM dated on 1st July 2025 indicating that due to budgetary constraint and unavailability of the national government surveys and land registrar, due to the tight work schedules, the exercise earlier meant to be undertaken by 15th of May 2025 has been scheduled to take place on 7th July 2025. The committee therefore presents a copy of this survey report. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, due to the problems of budget constrained by the national government, who are to undertake this joint exercise with the account government, they have written a letter showing that they will undertake to do this exercise on 7th August 2025, Mr. Speaker. So that is the report from the ECM. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Request of the statement.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. Mr. Speaker, let me agree with the chair because 7th of July will be next week, Tuesday. So I think I can wait so that they can complete their exercise. Thank you, Speaker.
Oh, the consultations are too much. Clerk, can you get these letters off my desk so that you receive them and then you circulate so that members don't come for copies from here. I'm seeing people from right, from the left, they want copies so that I can have some peace. So, Honorable Governor, sorry, I was interrupted. What did you say?
Thank you, Speaker. I said, I think I can allow the committee and the department to complete the exercise of surveying and beaconing of Kangondi Market because they have indicated that they will do the work on 7th July, which is next week, Tuesday. So, Speaker, I will wait. Thank you.
Chairperson, I endeavor to do so. Chairperson, Country and Health Offices, to respond to a statement as requested by a member for Kaskeo Ward regarding equipping of mobile dispenser in Kaskeo Ward.
Mr. Speaker, this statement has been read, but the honourable member has not been in from.
Proceed. You lay the response. I can remember it's more than 3 times. If a member has issues, we'll get to know. Clerk, you will communicate the responses to the respective member.
Thank you.
Speaker, I had a statement that came before the House last week on car in Mongench, and ever since it hasn't been slotted again. I don't know why it disappeared to.
Which statement is this?
I had requested a statement. It was supposed to be due last week. It was slotted for
There could be quite a number. Which in particular related to what?
car. I've said car in Mongench fund. It was supposed to come this week. Yesterday and today, there is no mention of the same.
The statement was deferred to today from yesterday. And in the morning, the chairperson requested for 14 days, which was granted by the speaker. Were you in house that time?
But it's not in the other paper. How was it transacted when it's not, when it's not in the other paper?
The statement was in the order paper yesterday. All statements were deferred to today morning and afternoon. That statement was in order paper in the morning. Was in the order paper in the morning, and the chairperson committee on finance requested for 14 days. Is that okay? I think that matter is rested.
Allow a minute, I check.
You check with
the order paper, of course.
Suppose you find it now that I told you it was there. So what is the bother to check when the speaker has told you that it is in the order paper? Must you subject speaker to that?
And must you force me to say what you say?
Oh, I didn't know whether we've got to that level. I didn't know whether we've got to that level. You may proceed and confirm.
Confirm for myself. I have a right to confirm for myself, like I've confirmed right now. So what is the issue? Yeah, I know that I will get it in 2 weeks' time. So it's okay, proceed.
What is it, Honorable Matters?
Honorable Speaker, I don't know if this chair has become too small such that people can intimidate you when you have the power here. It is not fair, honorable members, to demean this chair, which we voted actually and brought here with majority votes. Mr. Speaker, you need to sit firmly on that chair and make sure you make use of the standing orders, Mr. Speaker. I found it being very rude for the honorable member to just speak. This is not Bilu, this is the chair elected democratically by members of this assembly, Mr. Speaker. And people should learn that, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Honorable Mateso, allow me to correct you. Immediately after election, it is presumed that the person who was voted in Watenzi ward was elected by people for Watenzi ward. So this is a Speaker of the County Assembly of Makueni, elected by members of the County Assembly of Makueni. So when you say elected by a majority, the others had a right to exercise their vote otherwise, but after the outcome, in principles of order, honorable members, you are also now reacting. You are now violating Mateso's point of order. I'm saying in the concept of democracy, the moment you are elected member for Watenzi ward, immediately when you took off, you did not take off for your voters 5 of them in polling station X. Immediately you became a MCA for Wote Zoo Ward. For people who were born that day who did not vote. Others were too old, they did not vote. Others, they live outside Wote Zoo Ward, they did not vote. That role changes immediately. As to the other issue, I have no problem, but I'm trying to tell you that the speaker is not elected by a faction. That election for faction ends when one takes oath. And the oath taken is presumed that then the assembly has successfully elected a speaker. Now the speaker is not the person of Mbilu, you are right. Is the authority bestowed to an individual by members and therefore the authority of the members. Now Honorable Mateso, note that I want to sit here rough. At times I like giving latitude. That's why I had conversation with a member. Must you confirm? And he went all the way. He realized that it is in the order paper. I kept quiet for them 30 seconds and he confirmed that he didn't have a responsibility to believe what I said. And in fact, what I said, I was told by the table office. And the table office said that in the mornings when you are outside, member for Mutito Andei, who was seated there as the speaker, directed as follows. So whatever I've been told is on record. So I will not sit here and say what did not transpire. You know, it's as simple as that. If one chooses to treat it differently, at times the easiest is not to argue or use force. You just obey and proceed, and also allow people to exercise their democracy. I stood, Jonathan, on now, same problem. Honorable members, I almost called on your name and I had seen you. And you are afraid I will not give you an opportunity. Don't judge. Then member for Elima is also trying to justify to you which order. So both of you are aligned with issues raised by Mateso.
Mr. Speaker, I'm concerned.
Wait for the microphone. And then you'll have your time. Yes, sir. Even with Honorable Kimongo, we have allowed until the matter ended, softly and smoothly. Honorable Moki.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm raising to question the issue, although you have given him a lot of advice, Mr. Speaker. The Honorable Mateso, member for What Is Your Word, Mr. Speaker, I think he's drunk with power or is...
You are fairly senior. Can you execute your point of order in the manner in which is prescribed? No, all you need to say whether Honorable Mateso is in order to do ABCD. And then you continue with the rest of the things.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Is the honorable member for What Is Your Word in order, Mr. Speaker, to insinuate that you are the chair for the majority in this assembly, Speaker. We respect you, Mr. Speaker, and we have seen the direction which the majority party is trying to move this out, Mr. Speaker. We don't want to be Kitui. We don't want to be Machakos. What's up? Mr. Speaker, let it be.
Honorable Moki, I will not allow you up to the point where you are quoting, order, up to the point where you are quoting another county assembly in a manner to impute improper motive. A parliamentary institution cannot discuss a conduct of another in a sitting. In that case, you have to withdraw from records.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. At the point where I compared the counties, Machakos, Kitui, and Makueni, Mr. Speaker, that one I withdraw.
Go ahead.
So, Mr. Speaker, I wish we could have an assembly that works harmoniously, Mr. Speaker, the way we have been working. Mr. Speaker, it is still on the same point, Mr. Speaker, because Honorable Mateso is trying to deviate from the norms of Commonwealth assemblies, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, you are the Speaker of this assembly. We did election, you won, Mr. Speaker, and the win was ours, Mr. Speaker. It was not for Mateso or Wiper Party or Muungano Party. It was a win for the people of Makueni. So, Mr. Speaker, the direction of Mateso is trying to take a very dangerous road. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, you remember where we began to question Speaker's directions. We are still on that path. That is why Honorable Mateso I allowed, so that we learn from it. Even after I had engaged with Honorable Kimongo, and you went to the tail end and reverted. You don't make remarks that may, in a way, without knowing, and I assume it was in jest, and I'm honest. But when Honorable Mateso was speaking, I ruled on that matter. Honorable Mateso, I have heard what you have said. I don't even agree to extent, but I told him to the point where you said that was elected by the majority, I told him that was up to the point of balloting. And I ruled Honorable Mwoki. Now you see that culture we have developed of debating is that even as directions or advice is given, the mind of a member is ahead to contribute after that. So now you realize every other time we have discussion, someone is just challenging a simple directions. I ruled Honorable Mateso. And I quoted what else you would, that even children who did not vote, that he is representing them. So Honorable Mwoki, you are debating what I decided on. Now you are convinced when I persuade members not to continue to debate on Speaker's rulings. Not my personal. It is in the interest of protecting members. I may not be an angel, but to some extent. Honorable members, can we raise that matter? Honorable Kimongo, the matter will come in 14 days. On what? What matter? I will not allow unless you pronounce what it is that you want to speak. Water. Water for the Grand Assembly. I'm afraid there are members of Assembly Service Board in this house. There are Sanjay at arms in this house. Honorable Tivu. The order paper doesn't read water. It reads water in your ward, not for you drinking under this. So there are members of Speaker's panel, please sort with them. So, honorable members, we sit here and debate whether we have water for drinking or not. I have ruled, don't over-engage, you spoil it. Honorable Gali?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to inform the House that on the levels of representation, when all the members came to this House, in fact, Mr. Speaker, we were elected by the people of Makueni. Then we took a representation role to this House. And that's why we went ahead and had you as a Speaker. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, I want to assume that the role that you are taking, it is not actually our role. It is the role of the people of Makueni. And Mr. Speaker, when you are seated there, you are sitting there to represent the people of Makueni. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
It can't be said better than what the minority whip has said. I quoted your wisdom in the morning, and I can quote again. Thank you.
Thank you.
What is it, Honorable Bunge?
Thank you, Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the chair learns that the department will undertake the survey and beaconing of Kangondi Market on 7th. I accept the mistakes which you have done. Thank you.
Next. Honorable members, these points of order are 2 minutes.
Mr. Speaker.
Kikumbuli South what? Chairperson Committee on Agriculture. Then a member from Muka.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, yesterday, I said that we spoke with the executive committee member and she promised to give a response. Now, the response that she has provided, she has said that as of today, she has provided an alternative plant operator, someone to work or to use the tractor, to be there to operate the tractor as she awaits for the County Public Service Board to finalize the recruitment exercise which they had advertised. So someone has been sent according to what she has said, just to...
Chairperson, can you read the response?
The response says, okay, the first response was read that, the department has meant the 2 operators available to service farmers in all the wards, including Kikumbuli South. Tractor services needs for Kikumbuli South can therefore be forwarded to the AMS through the ward agricultural officer, and the requested service will be provided. And this position has been communicated to the ward agricultural officer. Then they had also said the department has requested Makueni County Public Service Board to recruit 5 plant operators, including converting the 2 operators on contract to permanent terms competitively. But they're also saying that they are, however, tracking the recruitment process as seen in the advert for the vacant position released on the 19th June 2025 by the Makueni County Public Service Board. So today, following the communication that the ECM had said yesterday, she has said that she has provided an operator to operate the plant or the tractor as they await now the county public service board to employ an operator for that particular tractor. So someone is standing in as they wait for the recruitment.
Mark, will you?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I want to attention of the assembly led by you to the letter which has been written. Honorable Speaker, this is very evasive. They are saying at the moment the department has 5 tractors and 3 at the AMS at Kwakapoka. 5 tractors, 5 tractors and 3 at AMS. So I can't tell what that is. 2 ward-based tractors in Kikumbuli South and Kaskeo, and 2 drivers who are on contract. Honorable Speaker, these 2 drivers are still stationed at Kwakapoka. Already, they are there. Because they have 7. They have 8, according to their response. The minister has 8 tractors, which are based at ATC Kwakapoka. Number 2, the commitment is saying, who are on contract, the immediate actions the department has taken as follows. 1, The department has made 2 operators available to service farmers in all the wards. Which are these wards, Honorable Speaker? Two officers who are already doing their work at Kokapoka. And they have
All of us for questioning everything that is directed. You will make my officers start imagining that when I say and someone has to overemphasize that it is whether it can be done or not. Members, don't make my work easy. When I say that be done, I expect the document to be processed by those who are responsible. So that will be done. The chair directed I have the information. Those at the table office, they were not able to present it to the office of the speaker. I can confirm at 2:30 when I left the office, there was no document or a statement for consideration approved by the speaker if there was urgency. So there is no way I will consider it here. If house business has not considered a statement, ordinarily they are presented to the speaker to check the merit of the urgency and then they are cleared.
Honorable Speaker, I am fine with that. I think I agreed. And you know me, I'm an easy person. I was only trying to add a rejoinder as an expression of a collection of thoughts over debate that has been there. Therefore, I have no issue with that. It was just a rejoinder of a collection of my thoughts within our debate and even in the assembly. And you know me, I'm an easy person.
Fair enough. Next order. Fair enough. The statement on the Kibwezi Level 4 Hospital, Honorable Galunda has indicated that he is still consulting. Next order.
Order number 8, motion, the report of the Committee on Lands, Urban Planning and Development on complaints against the Registrar of Lands, Makueni County. Resumption of debate.
Chairperson. Honorable member. The Chairperson, Committee on Lands, moved the motion. The motion was seconded. A time lapsed for adjournment before members contributed. Resumption of debate. Member from Britain.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I raise to support the motion. Mr. Speaker, thank the committee for the good job they did and the recommendation they did and the findings they did, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, that is an issue that has not been addressed for so long. It is an issue that was raised back in 1977 as the report they brought to this house where the adjudication process started, and up to that day when the surveyors and the departments of lands visited the site. That's where we constructed a dam, that is Ilengeni Dam, that is currently serving 3 schools and so many villages, and people are enjoying the water. Mr. Speaker, you have heard the surveyors did findings that the plot number 682 had been encroached by plot numbers 1125 and 662, and also the public land had encroached the plot number 1182, and Mr. Speaker, that was rectified, Mr. Speaker, during the beaconing. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to appreciate the committee for the good work they did. Thank you.
Mover of the motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it's also good to advise that this department, as Department for Lands and Urban Planning, has incorporated the counter attorney. Mr. Speaker, we are people donating land to do government projects, bores, dams, and other other projects, Mr. Speaker. But you realize that, Mr. Speaker, we have no concrete increment with the person donating this piece of land, and this is where the problems are emanating from, Mr. Speaker. So the last time a project was in my ward, somebody has donated a piece of land to do a tank and a solar panel, Mr. Speaker. So I saw the office of the Count Attorney done some increment with the person who donated that piece of land, and this is the way to go. So I'm requesting members, whenever anyone donates a piece of land to do a project, they make sure that there's a concrete increment between the families, because, and all the family members should be involved, because, Mr. Speaker, here, you realize some of the people who donated the land actually passed on, and then this is how the problem now started coming in. So, Mr. Speaker, I think it's some good advice for the members to make sure that they follow up those kind of increment with the office of the County Attorney. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, I now put the question that this assembly adopt the report of the Committee on Lands, Urban Planning and Development on the complaints against the Registrar of Lands in Makueni County laid on the table of the Assembly on 3rd of December, year 2024. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will as many as of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it, honorable members. This is the report of the County Assembly as approved to be conveyed to the Executive Committee member for Lands, the County Attorney, to the Registrar of Lands, Makueni County, and to the Governor and the Deputy Governor. A copy to member from Tin Ward. Next one.
Order number 9, motion. The report of the Committee on Agriculture, Livestock, Fisheries and Cooperative Development on the oversight on the management and operationalization of agricultural circles under the National Agricultural Value Chain Development Project across the county.
Chairperson, Committee on Agriculture. Chairperson, Committee on Agriculture, Vice Chair. Of members from the Committee on Agriculture. Honorable Khalil. Obtaining very fast.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I beg to move the following motion that this Assembly adopts the report of the Committee on Agriculture, Livestock, Fisheries and Cooperative Development on the oversight and the management, the operation of agricultural circles, audio chain development projects across the county conducted on 15th and the 16th December 2024 during the table assembly today 5th May. Today today 1st July 2025. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm sorry for this because the Vice Chair I just moved out and she has also disorganized some of the papers. But allow me to continue. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Allow me to start from the executive summary. Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Kali, were you ready for a motion? Were you ready for a motion? There are citizens of Makueni who are following you on YouTube.
Yes, I know that, Mr. Speaker. But since
Say, execute the motion in the manner that is in a standard way acceptable.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. But because the Vice Chair has come, I hand over to her. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Or is it Member Falima?
Well, Mr. Speaker, I'm wondering, you know, I wonder whether the member is in order to insinuate and to state categorically that the Vice Chair was disorganized and disorderly. And this is something being read across the whole world. I wish he needs to withdraw those statements. Now that the Vice Chair is here, and the Vice Chair is actually very organized, a highly qualified trained teacher, as well as an honorable member of the ruling party.
Honorable Kali, did you make such marks?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. That is honorable member's words. What I've said, Mr. Speaker, is that the papers and the report, because I've got it from the Vice Chair, how I got the papers, I cannot reorganize them. So it is actually very clear that because he was the one to present the report, and they knew where to start and where to end, and also the starting clouds. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, moving out and me now getting into that.
Order. I'm not interested in that. I have asked whether you made such statement that the Honorable Fiametta is disorganized and as it has been buried by Honorable Muthok. Yes or no, did you make such remarks? That is not my question. Honorable Muthok is on a point of order. So when you're executing a point of order, you require the member to accept or to deny. It is a very simple way of executing a point of order. Honorable Fiametta.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I am not a happy person because the honorable member cannot say that I'm disorganized. I've never been disorganized in my life. But anyway, let me understand him.
Order. The member has requested me to remind him. So it's fair I remind him. Honorable Kali, I will refer you to standing order number 111. The member shall be responsible for accuracy of any fact which the member alleges to be true and may be required to substantiate any such facts instantly. So I wish I could remind you, but I am prohibited by standing orders to remind you because it is presumed that you are responsible for accuracy and any fact which you state. So it's either you own your statements understanding order number 111, or you say it is not true, then we will direct that we get the answered report and find whether you are right or Honorable Mudoka is right. After that, then, if you not have substantiated, fine. If you will substantiate, we will deal with it within the course of the other standing order, which is 127.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It is not a crime to forget. But after all, Mr. Speaker, because I don't remember, I can as well say, if that it is, because I don't know and I can't remember, then I apologize.
Honorable Ali, it can't be conditional. We have answered records. Now that you have indicated you can't remember, I will direct you to the answered records. You will go to the office of answered. They will remind you that's where they work. And then you will come and we'll pick from where you have left tomorrow as to whether you remember and you are in order or not in order. You will read the verbatim from where you started up to where you left. You will get it from there.
Directed.
Tomorrow at 2:30. Honorable, if you matter, proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, Article 185 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010 provides that the County Assembly, while respecting the principles of the separation of powers, may exercise oversight over the County Executive Committee and any other County Executive organ. Based on the aforementioned, the County Assembly resolved to conduct oversight to ascertain the status of registration, management, operationalization of agricultural circles and NAFSID in the county. Honorable Speaker, if you allow me, I want to start on the overview of the world-based agricultural circles and under NAVCDP. National Agricultural Value Chain Development Project seeks to increase access to affordable credit to all smallholders, farmers, those are beneficiaries, common interest groups and vulnerable marginalized groups. Number two, access to affordable credit is key in supporting small-scale farmers and mobilized into CIGs and FMGs. Affordable credit can help to accelerate value chain development and complement TIPS adoption, commercialization of value chains, and upscaling of infrastructure geared to enhance collective aggregation of CIGs and VMGs, produce marketing and value addition. The project seeks to link the small older farmers with farmer producer organizations across priority value chains to enable access to good quality inputs, irrigation, extension services, value addition and market linkages, and adoption of technology, innovation, and management practices. Number five, the project will advance financial matching grants to be revolved in selected circles to enhance productivity, profitability, and sustainability. Six, the project will leverage on digital technologies, and all participating circles and FPOs shall be required to automate their business process to enhance real-time reporting and efficiency. Number seven, significant investments have been made in the existing wards in terms of teams, promotion, capacity building in mobilization of community groups, their leadership, that is governance, procurement, and financial management, ETL. The number eight, in Kenya, the experience has shown that banks and microfinance institutions, despite being essential credit vehicles, They are not accessible by smallholder farmers because of their stringent requirement for financing. Number 9, the Kenya smallholder farmers finds the SACCO as the more appropriate rural financing platform, easing the burdensome processes found in the other financial institution. And 10, the program has community-driven development committees who have experience in handling of community financial resources and recording, and this is likely to garner higher trust from member farmers. Therefore, CDDs play a critical role in creating this rural financing institution, and they have zonal representatives who are able to secure buy-in of the community and are capable of supporting SACCOs. Member registration drives shares and saving mobilization, credit appraisals, and performance monitoring. Number 12, the SACCO intervention will also benefit CDDs by building long-term capacity to leverage resources from other public programs as well as donor institutions. So there is a diagram representing how the SACCOs are governed by the 7 core principles as follows. That is the 7 cooperative principles, and that is voluntary and open membership, democratic member control, members' economic participation, autonomy and independence, education, training and information, cooperation among cooperatives, concern for community. Why SACCOs? Why SACCOs worldwide have members, not customers? They offer these members from all walks of life, needed financial services, and much more. And then we need to know the definition of a SACCO. It is a non-discriminatory customer/member-owned financial cooperative, democratically controlled by its members and operated for the purpose of maximizing the economic benefit of its members by providing financial services at competitive and fair rates. Financial inclusions. SACCOs work to expand services to people of all income levels, access to affordable, reliable, and self-sustainable financial services improves lives on many different levels. SACCOs are different from banks and other financial institutions in that 1, the target clientele, members share a common bond, that is community, occupation, or place of work. Service to the working poor is blended with the service to a broader spectrum of the population, which allows a SACCO to offer competitive rates and fees. Number 2, the other difference is governance. SACCO members elect a board of directors from their membership. Members each have 1/4 in board elections, regardless of the amount of savings or shares in the SACCO. The other one is earnings. The net income is applied first to adequacy requirements. Member-owned capital structure compared to stakeholder capital allows the SACCO to manage surplus to lower interest rates on loans, higher interest on savings, or new product and service development. SACCO implementation. In order to ensure optimal benefits of the smallholder farmer, the collaboration between the CDDC, the SACCOs, the CIG/VMG, and the PO ought to be nurtured and maintained. Then setting up of a new SACCO, what is required, or the requisite registration documents. They need 4 copies of proposed bylaws, duly completed application for SACCO registration form in 4 copies, supplementary information form in 4 copies, economic appraisal forms in 4 copies, commitment letters from the affiliated POs to undertake check-off deduction from the member cells to the SACCO. This letter will be replaced with the tripartite agreement once the SACCO is registered, minutes of the cooperative SACCO meeting, and registration fee payment of Kenya shilling 3,700 shillings. SACCO products. Each SACCO will develop a detailed structure of products and services based member preferences. The financial products directly related to the project matching grant will be priced as follows. 1, shares will be based on SACCO member decisions starting from 1,000 shillings. 2, there is savings that will be monthly saving based on SACCO of between 200 to 500 shillings. Then number 3, there will be seasonal short-term loans. The loan size based on a multiplier factor of 2 to 3 multiplied by savings and a maximum 12-month period. A matching grant of 3 million maximum per SACCO will be advanced to boost institutional capitalization. Number 4, interest rate. Proposed price of seasonal loans estimated at 1% per month, flat, that's 2% per annum for both individuals and groups. Other loans, for example, normal or school fees to be priced as per SACCO's policies. And 5, the loan duration to vary between 3 to 12 months. Objectives of the oversight on the ward-based agricultural SACCOs. The main objective of the exercise was to reach out to specific SACCOs, meet the SACCO officials and the members, and gather information regarding the registration, management, operationalization of the agricultural SACCOs. Methodology. The oversight entailed 1, visitation of the SACCOs and gathering information regarding the SACCOs. 2, taking down the views and information regarding the SACCOs. And 3, pictorial representation of the projects. The terms of reference. The oversight exercise was conducted to establish the following. 1, SACCO registration, establishment, and operationalization. We're supposed to provide the name and the word of the SACCO. 2, membership establishment, the number, and indicate the fee it is dealing with as per SIGs per SACCO, then indicate membership per agenda and total. Then establish SACCO leadership, avail documents for election if any. Then establish the registration status, as it done paperwork to Commissioner for Cooperative Development in Nairobi awaiting issuance of certificates. Provide registration numbers where applicable. Then number 5, does the SACCO have an interim CDDC? 6, for the registered SACCOs, have they done their first general meeting and have filed copies of minutes? Then 7, has the SACCO leadership and membership been inducted by the NAFCDP, access the training needs of staff and board members, and recommend programs for leadership, governance, and financial literacy? Then does the SACCO have an office and office bearers, mention their positions and level of education, as it procured computers and printers? Then establish whether the SACCO has developed operational policies, that is credit, human resource, finance, and governance. Then how is the organizational structures, policies, and procedures for SACCOs? Examine SACCOs' adherence to relevant laws, regulations, and cooperative principles, and identify areas of non-compliance and recommend corrective actions. Indicate books of accounts, savings, and share capital holdings per SACCO and total contributions. Establish whether the SACCO has achieved the minimum shareholding of a minimum of 500,000 Kenya shillings to be part of inclusion grant for NAFCDP. Indicate whether the SACCO has received grant from NAFCDP through its CDDC, indicate amounts. Has the SACCO achieved its goals in promoting agricultural development, rural financing, and financial inclusion? Evaluate the impact of these SACCOs on their members and communities. Then how is the loan processing, if any, recovery mechanisms, and financial performance? You can examine record-keeping practices, compliance with statutory requirements, and internal controls. Examine the extent of member participation in decision-making processes. Evaluate how SACCOs have supported agricultural development and member livelihoods, and identify gaps in service delivery and unmet needs. State some of the challenges faced by the SACCO. Recommend strategies for improving governance, transparency, and efficiency, and a possible remedy to address above stated challenges. Anticipated SACCO activities. 1. How is the mobilization of groups and members to join the ward-based SACCO being implemented? How is the continuous sensitization, mobilization, and training of SACCOs conducted? How is the automation of SACCOs being implemented? Evaluate the use of digital platforms and financial technologies in SACCO operations. How is the follow-up to ensure proper utilization of easy SACCO software in the SACCOs to ensure efficiency and effectiveness? Identify potential for technology adoption to improve efficiency. Number 5, how is the capacity building of SACCOs manuals to stakeholders, counties, SACCO leaders, and CDDC be implemented? How is the scaling up of agricultural finance partnership with financial institutions and the cooperative partners by the state, posing a significant challenge of SACCO members, leading to crop failures which increase loan default rates. There's a challenge of financial constraints. Many SACCOs face difficulties in accessing adequate financing. This limitation restricts the ability to provide loans to members, invest in infrastructure, and support expansion initiatives. Presence of competition from microfinance institutions and banks targeting the same clientele. Then capacity building needs. There was established gap in management capabilities, and therefore there was a need for continuous training and capacity building for SACCO members and leadership to enhance their skills in financial management, governance, and modern agricultural practices. Honorable Speaker, there were specific findings. 1, the 24 ward-based SACCOs have been registered in Mtitwante, Kee, Kilungu, Ilima, Kalawa, Kikumbulu North, Emali Mulala, Mukaa, Tulimani, Kimakiu, Kalansoni, Kalawa, Thange, Masonga, Leni, Kasikeu, Kakowai, Mbitini, Mavendeni, Muvao, Kikumeni, Kizungo, Kitundu, Kikumbulu South, Ngoma, Sumba, Ivengo, Nsamba, Mikitise, Kiduki, and the Kisau, Kiteta wards. While 20 registered SACCOs have held their first general meeting. Documents for remaining 6 SACCOs are at Commissioner for Cooperative Development, Nairobi, awaiting issuance of certificates, and those are from the following wards: Makindo, Kalonzo, Nzawi, Kilili, Kalamba, Okia, and the Watensiu ward, and Mboni. 16 SACCO committees have been inducted. 11 SACCOs have been automated, that is in these wards: Mutitwandei, Kasikeu, Kalawa, Ilima, Kilometo, Limani, Mukaa, Kilungu, Mavindeni, Muvao, Kikumini, and Masonga Leni. 7 SACCOs have offices. 5 SACCOs have developed operational policies, that is credit, human resource, finance, and governance. 4 SACCOs have hired bookkeeper. Ilima, we have the Wakulima SACCO, Mutitwandei Farmer SACCO, Kasikeu Keu Farmer SACCO, and the Kilome Farmer SACCO. 5 SACCOs are on the process of hiring bookkeeper, that is Muvao, Kikumeni, Mavendeni, Kalawa, Mukaa, and Tulimani Farmer SACCO. 548 CIGs have been mobilized with 8,211 members, with 3,408 males and 4,693 females have joined SACCOs. 21 SACCOs have mobilized a total of 9,455,075 shillings for savings, 4,840,650 share capital, and 4,614,425. 9 SACCOs prepared and submitted proposals for inclusion grant. CTSC rated the 9 proposals and CPSC approved them on the 9th April 2024 for funding. 9th August, not April, sorry for that, 2024 for funding. A total of 7,650,000 in inclusion grants, 850,000 per SACCO, Kenya shillings, have been disbursed through CDDC accounts for 9 SACCOs. Computers and printers for 9 SACCOs have been procured with a total of 1,350,000 shillings. These are in Muvao, Marindi, Mutito Andei, Kalawa, Muka, Ilima Kasikeo, and Tulimani wards. The general findings. The committee made the following general findings. 1, there is reliance on agriculture. The county's economy is heavily dependent on agriculture, and this underscored the critical role of agricultural circles in supporting the livelihoods of residents. 2, need for automation. There was recognized need to automate the operations and financial transactions of the agricultural circles for the purposes of enhancing efficiency and transparency and service delivery within these cooperatives. Market access challenges. Establishing linkages between cooperatives and potential buyers of markets were essential, as it was lacking in already operating circles for the enhancement of access to favorable market opportunities for small-scale farmers. Improved market access can lead to better prices and increased income for farmers. Governance and capacity building. There was a gap management of circles, and therefore a need to strengthen the capacity of circle members and leadership in areas such as financial management, governance and marketing, limited training for members on financial literacy or sustainable farming practices. Financial performance. There was a steady growth in membership and savings in most of the circles, indicating trust and relevance among members. Unpredictable weather patterns and fluctuating agricultural yields, limited diversification of income sources, made circles highly reliant on member contribution. Access to credit facility. There was anticipated inadequacy of capital to meet the growing demand for loans, which could lead to higher administrative costs, inefficiency in service delivery. Honorable Speaker, the committee recommends that the ECM responsible in matters county agriculture ensure both recommendation from each ward agricultural circle is contained in this report, and the following general recommendations are adhered to, and the report progress to committee within 60 days after adoption of this report to the county assembly. 1, governance and transparency. This will strengthen capacity building programs for circles management and board members by providing targeted training for members and leadership in areas such as financial management, decision making and marketing strategies. This initiative aims to improve operational efficiency and foster competitiveness and improve accountability through regular audits and transparent reporting system to ensure adherence to regulatory standards and promote transparency and accountability within the operations. Then financial sustainability. Diversify income streams by investing in profitable ventures like agro-processing and introduce risk-sharing mechanisms such as crop insurance to mitigate loan defaults. Customized credit products. Credit sustained to specific value chains for faster rotation and sharper credit usage, boosting teams, training to higher adoption, and to factor project support to include an inclusion grant for pre-operations support and a matching grant for capitalization. Member engagement. Enhance member knowledge on financial planning, cooperative benefits, increase outreach to undeserved groups such as women and youth to expand membership and continuous member mobilization. Member education. Design delivery of trainings of circle management committee staff, including exposure visits to successful circles for benchmarking. Technology adoption. Automation of the circle business operations right from start. Ensure improved data for credit quality, linkage with POs and agro-tech service providers, and linkage with formal financial channels. Automated credit application and dispersal real-time member information availability. Operationalize the Cooperative Development Fund, CDF. Implement the provision outlined in the Makueni County Cooperative Act 2018 by activating the Cooperative Development Fund, and this fund is intended to provide financial support to cooperatives, facilitating their growth and development. enhance market linkages, facilitate connections between cooperatives and potential buyers on markets to improve access to favorable market opportunities for small-scale farmers. Strengthening these linkages can lead to better pricing and increased income for SACCO members. Promote agricultural insurance, encourage the adoption of agricultural insurance mechanisms covering both livestock and crop to protect farmers from adverse weather effects and disease outbreaks. This initiative aims to enhance the resilience of SACCO members against agricultural risk. Number 10, strengthen policy and regulatory frameworks, continuously review and monitor existing policies to ensure consistency and coherence with national regulations, avoiding duplication and enhancing the legal environment in which SACCOs operate. Honorable Speaker, on behalf of the committee, I wish to extend special gratitude to the Office of the Speaker and the Clerk of the County Assembly for the technical support offered, and thank all members who diligently discharge their mandate as required by the law. On behalf of the committee, I hereby present the report on the oversight of the agricultural SACCOs and the NVCDP within the county on 5th and 6th December 2024 to the County Assembly for consideration and adoption. I hereby request Honorable Chalomomo to support motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, never mind the sitting style I realized that this seat is a little bit uncomfortable, and out of my all legs, one is shorter, I didn't know, but let me use the two to stand. So Mr. Speaker, I want to support the motion, Mr. Speaker, as it was moved by very able chair of agriculture, and ask honorable members to support it. I second. I thank you.
All honorable members, I now propose a question that the Assembly adopt the report of the Committee on Agriculture, Livestock, Fisheries and Cooperative Development, the oversight of the management and operationalization of the agricultural SACCOs and the National Agriculture Value Chain Development projects across the county conducted on 5th and 6th of December year 2024, laid on the table of the Assembly on 5th of May. The floor is open for debate.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I want to thank the honorable members for supporting the motion for these very important SACCOs that will help our people in Makueni. Thank you.
I hear you, Chairperson, but before I put the question, I have to confirm whether we have quorum for vote. Clerk, how many members do you have? Such at times you ring the bell for quorum. I'm told we need one member. Majority. Should members bwana?
Ndio beka.
Yeah. Koine na balua. Sergeant at Arms, you hold the bell. Motion mover. Reply to the motion. She could not reply without.
Well advised there was no quorum, but I want to thank the honorable members for supporting the motion of these very important circles that are really helping our people, especially in value chain development. As a committee, we're grateful to the honorable members, and we hope this will be of great help to the people of Makueni. Thank you.
Honorable members, I put the question that this assembly adopts the report of Committee on Agriculture, Livestock, Fisheries and Cooperative Development. The oversight on the management of operation of the agricultural circles under the National Agricultural Value Chain Development Project across the county conducted on 5th and 6th of December 2024, laid on the table of the assembly on 5th of May 2025. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? As many as of a contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Honorable members, I direct that the report be conveyed to the governor, to the deputy governor, the county executive committee member for agriculture, for finance, and for, I don't know whether we have the National Agricultural Value Chain offices. Where are they domiciled? No, not the ones in Makueni. The ones in Makueni, they are working with the executive committee member. But there must be either the coordinating office. There are some that are working in Makueni together in implementation with the executive committee member. Yes, are you sure they will convey the message to Nairobi? That's my point. So a copy to go to NFCD at the relevant contact office at coordinating regional or national. Thank you, honorable members. Time now being 17:00 hours. The assembly stands adjourned until tomorrow, Wednesday, 2nd of July 2025 at 14:30 hours.